Hey everyone, it's Angus here. Thanks to Andrew Walney, one of our other moderators slash community managers, for the reminder. But I'd kind of forgotten about this functionality, and it's a very cool way of being able to see very quickly which stocks and even sectors, and for the sake of this video, which cryptocurrencies are outperforming the rest of the market. So over the last couple of days, depending on when you're watching this video, we've had a lot of volatility in the market. The Nasdaq and Dow, and everything's getting severely beaten up at the moment, and Bitcoin's falling quite rapidly, and it's all a bit of doom and gloom on the market at the moment. So you can see some of the headlines on the homepage. Are we all doomed? It's not a bad conversation to be having at the moment. There's certainly a lot of bearish sentiment around at the moment. Anyway, so I thought what I'd do is I'll show you just a quick and easy way where you might be able to find coins that are outperforming and that are actually going up despite the rest of the market going down. And it's such a simple way of doing it. So all you do is from the home page of the site, you go to screeners, and we've spent a bit of time looking at the stock screener in other videos. But what we're going to do now, in the same way that you can do stock heat maps, which I've shown in a previous idea, you can use crypto heat maps. So what I want to do is just show you, you know, just another cool tool, another bit of functionality on TradingView that some of you might not have already seen. And so what happens when you load up this page, you've now got this heat map that sort of shows you over a period of time. And so in this case, we've got performance by day. So this is what's happened over the last day. You can see, Bitcoin here is down 10%, Ethereum's down 13%, and you can see all these coins through here. It's a sea of red, everything's red, 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 red. And funnily enough, though, you can see this one little dot of green down the bottom right, DYD XUSD. And you can see another little green dot down here, which is BICO USD. So, there's a couple of these little outliers that do seem to have outperformed the rest of the market. And so I'll show you how to have a look at those in a second. But it's a very, very simple page. Like, I like it because it's nice and clean. It's very simple. It's a tool that, every now and again I use, and I haven't for, quite a while. And I, will probably look to use it more over the next few days, that's for sure. So at the moment, the reason why these squares are quite big, you can see some of these squares are much bigger than others, is because it's got a visualization layer that basically says these are the, cryptocurrencies basically by market cap size. And so if I change that, if I click on this one down here, I could also say, show me which ones traded the most volume over the last day. And so you can see, USDT was the biggest by volume. BTC was the next biggest by volume. ETH, Ethereum was the next biggest by volume. USD was the next biggest. BUSD was the next biggest. BCH was the next biggest. So it's just different ways of being able to visualize the data to see, if you're doing it by volume, where's all the attention, at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll go back to market cap. I can also change it by, do I look at it in US dollars? Do I look at it, US dollars excluding Bitcoin? So you can now see, if I get rid of Bitcoin, which is, the biggest by far, I can get rid of most of the others. Let's add back in Bitcoin. You know, instead of putting in US dollars, you can put it in relationship to Bitcoin. And if I then go to market cap, we've already looked at market cap and traded volume. We've shown how we can change it by, let's say, the last hour. Has anything started to recover in the last hour? You can see there's lots of little green dots through here, so we can again look at some of those. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart. So not much happening on the 4-hour. Go to the weekly chart. You can see, that's what's happening over the weekly chart. How about if we'd started the year from scratch? Like if we said, what's the performance over the last year? Which ones could we have invested in? So Bitcoin was up 11% over the last 12 months. Ethereum was up 109. BNB was up 848. You can start to see, some of these stocks that were, doing particularly well. Filters, a little bit like stocks. If you want to filter by market cap, you can say, well, let's get rid of some of these little tiny ones and say, well, I want them to have, let's say, $100 billion market cap, and I want them to do at least, I don't know, $5 billion worth of volume. So click OK, and you've only got two coins left. So, these are the only two that meet that particular criteria. So let's go back and say, don't worry about volume being that big. Click OK. Still those two. So let's click on filters again. Let's make it a bit smaller. Go OK. And so you can see, here's obviously the bigger ones that you might recognize by market cap. Let's do it a bit smaller again. And so you can start to see, the same way that you might sort stocks by saying, well, I only want to invest in the, the ones with a larger market cap. You can do the same thing here. It's obviously a bit too sensitive, this little slidey thing. So let's go this way and see, let's find the little ones instead of just finding all the big ones. And so, these are all the ones that meet that market cap requirement, that are, pretend they're like penny stocks. They're a little bit smaller than, some of the big guys, and these might be some of the ones that, might be the up and coming performers. Right, let's get rid of that. So let's just go back to show everything and show everything. So we've got everything back, and you can do things like you can turn off the title. So I can get rid of the title, I can get rid of the logo, I can get rid of the first value, but I typically leave everything on. So it's just showing you that you can configure some things. It's a bit hard to see everything when you're on this sort of a layout with the market cap. If you ever want to investigate any of these, you can literally click on it and it'll bring you up a summary screen and basically just show you what's been happening with that particular coin over the period of time. So let's get rid of that again. I'm sorry, I should have shown you. You can then go and see it on a more advanced chart. So we'll do that a bit later. So what I want to do, just to show you the way that I do it, having shown you, some of the different functionality, click on this little one here and it shows you everything. So it shows you all of them and it gets rid of that whole, sort by market cap. So it just literally gives you a view of, all that's available through here. And I can start to do clever things. Like I can start the, look at multipliers and whatever else. But what I'm going to do is just leave it as standard. I'm going to say, get rid of anything that's down. And we're looking at over the last, I want to look at over today. So remember, today is this sea of red. So I'm going to say, get rid of anything that was down 3%, anything that was down 2%, anything that was down 1%, anything that didn't move. And so here's now all these coins that actually have bucked the trend. They've gone against the market. So, Bitcoin was down massively. The rest of the coin market was down. And so some of these altcoins, you can start to see, they're performing quite well, against the rest of that market. And so I'm down to 3%. And so I can see now all these coins through here, let's find one that was doing particularly well. So, 40% is quite good. This one's up 57%, it's almost 60%. So let's have a look at this. So we'll open this one up and you can see here, it's been in a downtrend, but recently it has started to rocket up. I've got no idea what this coin is, but I'm going to find out more about it. So market cap is 85 mil, 1.5 billion coins, quite volatile. Traded volume is, not unreasonable. Available coins, 0.7 is the USD equivalent. 60% performance over the week. So it's not bad. So let's have a look at it on an advanced chart. It's always a little bit slower when I'm recording a video for whatever reason. I had my little symbols turned off, so you can see something's going on here. Like it's just rocketed. So let's turn on some indicators. So what have I got on my chart? So let's just go and turn some of my stuff back on. Get rid of you. And so he's just been ticking along, and then all of a sudden, the last 2 days, he's just smashed it. So the volume's through the roof. So let's see if we can see anything. So it's saying it's a strong buy according to the technicals. You can click on this and you can see, that's a technical summary, and that's just based on all the moving averages. So you can see here, you've got all these oscillators and what they're suggesting, it's either neutral or a buy. you've got all these moving averages. So based on the moving averages, it's a buy, and it just sort of all adds up to give you overall a strong buy signal for this particular coin. So it tells you performance over the 1 week, 60% up. Over 3 months, 6 months up 302%. If I click on news, so SUKU, there's nothing news on it, I don't think. Bitcoin falls. Sometimes you'll get lucky if it's a bigger coin. But so there's nothing through there that sort of gives you any indication of what it is. So the short version is I'd have to go and Google it. Like I'd have to go and look it up on Google and, see what's happening with it. So it's certainly an interesting coin, but, I would never have known about it unless I'd seen the, let's have a look over 1 year. So I like that it's, got the ability to do these sort of massive spikes, especially against when the market was down. Stick a Bollinger Band over it. You can see, it's been compressed through there. It's certainly broken out. So it's broken out through its upper band. And again, good volume. Last time I had good volume was here and, made a, reasonable move up. So again, this will be one that'll be interesting just to follow. You can see your MACD's crossed over. So if I make that bigger, you can see my MACD's, crossed over again, showing a bullish signal. Could be an interesting one. Who knows? Again, have to go and Google it. You're welcome to leave comments. Leave a comment in the comments and tell me what's going on. Cryptocurrencies aren't my strength, but I just thought it was an interesting tool. So, let's get rid of him. Let's close this out. And, let's have a look at one of these others just at random. So, Bear. So, again, you can see he's up. More advanced chart. So, again, you can see through the bottom here. He's been in a long, long downturn. Oh, get rid of that. Long downturn. And again, in the last period of time, he's been having a bit of a decent run. So let's have a look there. From, say, his low here to his high here. So he's up 318% over, what's that, November. So November, December, January. Again, he's running quite well, especially over that last particular day. But, anyway, so it's 3 times short Bitcoin token. So, again, if you think that Bitcoin's going to collapse, never knew that there was inverse bear, type cryptocurrency. So he could be a good one to buy if you think the crypto is going to keep going down in a rapid manner. But, not trading advice, just having a bit of an explore of things that I wasn't aware of and hadn't seen before myself. So just a bit of fun. So, you can turn back on some of these to, find some stocks that might not have been so aggressive, or cryptocurrencies. I keep saying stocks, cryptocurrencies that aren't quite as aggressive. But I just thought I'd share this screener again, just purely for the fun of it, and hopefully it might be an interesting way for you to explore some of the alternative, coins that are out there instead of purely sticking to the bigger, well-known ones. So let's go back to normal view. Say, show me the ones that are up. And again, so you can see by market cap size, this is the best performer, purely by market cap. And, this might help reduce some of your risk by, being able to focus on, some of these others that are, perhaps a bit bigger in terms of market cap size. Anyway, that's enough for the video. You can certainly have an explore and play with it yourself. And, as always, I hope that was useful to someone. Thank you for watching.